Hi, welcome to today's slow flow practice. This is a chakra clearing practice. It is a root chakra clearing practice. Before we begin, please make sure you have a strap handy or something that can serve as a strap. Also a block or 2 blocks. I've chosen today to begin my posture, my tuning in posture, as Vajrasana. If you prefer, you're welcome to take Shavasana and just simply lie down. If Vajrasana is going to be your tuning in posture, as it is mine, the options are simply to sit on your heels, tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. This adds a nice stretch to the toes and the bottoms of our feet. Or sit on your block, like so. So take your option. Vajrasana, Shavasana, whatever pose you choose to tune in. In Vajrasana, you can simply rest your hands on top of your lap with the palms faced down or up. Either pose that you're in, please begin to either close your eyes or at least have a soft gaze downward. This helps us to begin to move from the outside world to our inner being. Bring your attention, please, to your breath. Allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. Our root chakra is represented by the color red. It's a spinning wheel of energy located at the base of our spine, the pelvic floor. Also revolves around our feet and our legs. It's responsible for our sense of safety and security on this, our earthly journey. I invite you to imagine this spinning wheel of energy in that area. This root chakra represents who we are, where we come from, standing in our truth. So throughout today's practice, I invite you to bring those thoughts back of grounding, rooting, take another deep, deep breath, filling up your lungs all the way down to your diaphragm. And as you exhale, begin to blink your eyes open. If you're in Shavasana, please join us in a seated position. Grab your strap. What we're going to do next is called shoulder flossing. It's going to help bring some mobility into our shoulders. So grab your strap. I'm going to try to see if this is a proper distance for me. Straighten your elbows and keep the strap taut. Take a deep breath, inhale, bring the arms up over your head. And as you exhale, very gently, bring it behind you. The whole time trying to keep your elbows straight and the strap taut. So as we continue to move with our breath, inhaling, bring the arms up over our head. Exhaling, bring it behind. We've already begun to connect breath with movement, which is what Vinyasa is all about. Connecting breath with movement, moving intentionally. One more, please. Inhale and exhale. Place the strap down. Make sure it's near you. You never know if we're going to need that again. Clasp your hands together and begin to just move it around, whatever way your body calls you. I'm imagining that I'm drawing a figure 8 or an infinity symbol with my palms, with my wrists. It's easy for me to go to this direction, but I'm going to stop and try to go in the opposite direction, which is not so easy. Takes us out of our comfort zone, what we're normally used to, which is good for us. Release, and then just open and close the fingertips as fast as you can. Shake them out. Make a fist, and imagine you are stirring a nice big pot of soup or oatmeal, mashed potatoes. Let's not talk about food. Just circle it around one direction and then the opposite. Perfect. Come to all fours, please. Tabletop. Take a look at your knees. They should be directly underneath your hips, hip width apart. Your hands, shoulder distance apart, either directly underneath your shoulders or slightly in front. Crown of your head is reaching to the wall in front of you. Your tailbone is reaching to the wall behind you. Imagining your back is as flat as a table, so it's neither arched nor rounded. Take a deep breath, moving to cow posture as you inhale. Lift your chest. Bring your gaze up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Blow all the air out. This is cat. Moving through cow with your inhale and cat with your exhale. If inhaling, lifting your heart, lifting your chest. Exhale, rounding your back. One more time, please. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Coming down onto our belly, finding cobra. So place your hands at the sides of your chest here. Take a deep breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Dynamic cobra. Using your back muscles to lift you up. Not using your hands and your arms to press you up. One more time, please. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes under, press yourself up to your first downward facing dog. As this is your first down dog, you may feel called to pedal your feet. So please do that. You may want to shake your hips around. Once again, I invite you to move whatever way your body's calling you to move. Three-legged dog if you like. That's what I'm doing. Just moving. And then find stillness in your down dog. Taking a look at your feet are hip distance apart and they are parallel to each other. Bend your knees as much as you need to flatten your back and press your head through your arms. Take another deep breath, inhale. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, coming to a forward fold. Allowing your head to completely relax, your body to relax as if you are a rag doll. You might even want to shake your head no, yes. If you're feeling some discomfort in your lower back, you can take your block or your blocks and place them underneath your hand to help support you. Don't hesitate to also bend your knees as much as you like. Now take another deep breath, inhale and slide your hands right up to the top of your thighs and flatten your back out. A half forward fold is either with the hands on top of the thighs, the hands at your shins. If it's available to you, you can have your hands on the floor. But trying to flatten your back and get a nice long spine. Take another deep breath, inhale. Exhale and release. Do a forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Take your option. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And this time you're going to inhale and begin to rise all the way up. Sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale brings your hands down, coming to Tadasana. Sun salutation A, we're going to use to help warm us up just a little bit more. So come to the front of your mat. Come to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, dive to a forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, hands down. Let's come to a tabletop right away into cow. And then exhale to cat. Inhale back to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. And that is an option for a vinyasa. It's a modified vinyasa. Let's try that one again. Inhale, come to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. So if you hear me say vinyasa, that is an option. Let's take a look at another option. Inhale, come to plank. Shift your weight forward. Place the knees down. Come all the way down to your belly. Inhale to either cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Let's try that option again. Inhale, come to plank. Shift your weight forward. Come to your knees. Come all the way down. Lift up to either cobra or up dog. And then downward facing dog. Two options for your vinyasa. Look between your hands, walk your feet forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, back down to Tadasana. Let's try that whole series again. Inhale. Exhale, dive into a forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, hands down, step back, take your vinyasa option. Downward dog. We all meet in downward dog. Look to your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse your dive. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Last time. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, dive to a forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, hands down. Take your Vinyasa option. And meet in downward facing dog. Just settle in down dog. One more deep breath. Look to your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Tree pose. Ground through your right foot. Bring your left foot up to your version of tree. You could either keep the toes on the floor. You could bring the foot to the side of your lower leg. Or you can bring the foot all the way up to your inner thigh. Hands can stay on your hips, can be in prayer, or even up over your head. Take your option, and if you fall out like I just did, no worries, let's come back into the pose. Imagine that your feet are roots grounding into the earth, just like a tree. Find a focus, focal point, a drishti point as we call it in yoga, to stay in your tree pose for just 2 more breaths. Bring the hands down, bring the foot down. Let's move to the other side. Once again, either keeping your foot on the floor, bringing it up to the inside of your lower leg, or even all the way up. Your hands, either at your heart center, on your hips, or even up over your head. Might be a little wobbly like I am today, and that's okay. Might even fall out of the pose as I did. That's okay too. One more deep breath. And gently come out of the pose. Bring your right foot forward, your left foot back into a Warrior One posture. Warrior One pose, keeping the hips squared. That means they're facing directly forward. Move your back leg out as much as you need to get those hips to come forward. Warrior One. You can keep the hands at your hips, bringing them to heart center, or even sweep them up above your head. Take a look at the front knee. Should be tracking over the second and third toe. Lift those arms up nice and strong. Warrior One. Now begin to flip up onto the ball of the back foot into Crescent Warrior. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. In Crescent Warrior, you are on the ball of the back foot. You can keep the knee bent as much as you need to keep from arching deeply in the lower back. So go ahead and tuck the hips under, bend the back knee. Crescent Warrior. Moving on to Warrior 3, begin to shift the weight forward to your right foot and coming up into a Warrior 3 posture, keeping the hands either at heart center, out behind you, or even up by your ear. Warrior 3. Take another deep breath and slowly begin to come back to Crescent Warrior. Another deep breath in the Crescent Warrior, and then exhale and come to a Vinyasa, your option for the Vinyasa. We will all meet in Downward Facing Dog. Look to your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Moving to the other side, take your left foot forward, right foot back. Warrior 1. Again, making sure that you've got your hips facing forward, squaring your hips. Hands at your hips and heart center or up over your head by your ear. Warrior 1. Flip onto the ball of your back foot. Crescent Warrior. Nice deep breaths. Now bring your hands to your heart center in prayer. Shift the weight forward. Come to Warrior 3. It's easier for me on this side. Not struggling with as much of the balance as I was on the first side. Another deep breath. Slowly bend that knee. Coming back. Crescent Warrior with an inhale. Another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, come to a Vinyasa. The Downward Dog. Come to Child's Pose. Either with the arms up by your ears or by your side. Knees and feet together. Begin to come up. Let's move on to a bridge pose. So have a seat. Lie down on your back. Bring the heels close into your hips, just so that perhaps your middle finger is touching the back of your heel. Knees should be hip width apart. Take a deep breath and press the hips up and bring the arms up over your head and doing a moving bridge. Exhale, begin to lower down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, lift up. Arms come over the head, hips come up. Exhale, slowly lower the arms and the hips down at the same time. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time, please. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Bring the knees into your chest. Bring the arms out to a T. Gently lower the knees to your right. Look to the left. Inhale, bring the knees back to the center. Exhale, knees left, look right. 1 more time. Inhale, Lower the knees to the right. And let's just stay here for a few breaths, for 3 deep, nourishing breaths. Inhale, bring the knees back to the center. Exhale, lower the knees to the left. Look over the right shoulder. And staying here for 3 breaths. Bring the knees back to the center. Place the feet down on the floor. Grab your block. Place the block underneath your sacrum, right at your sacrum, so it's not at your lower back. It's at your sacrum, that flat bony part above your tailbone. You can either place 1 or 2 blocks. This is a supported bridge posture. If you're feeling like 1 block is not enough, but that's all you have, you can change the height of the block. So this is height 1, 2, or even 3. I'm going to try it on a higher height. This feels much better for me. This is my supported bridge pose. Moving on to a supported shoulder stand. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, the left knee. Straighten the right leg and straighten the left leg. And so the legs should be directly over your hips. You shouldn't feel like you have to work to keep these legs up. If shoulder stand is a part of your regular practice, I invite you to do that. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Right foot down, left foot down. Lift the hips up, remove the block. Place the hips back down on the floor. And just pause for a moment, please. Resist the urge to hug the knees into the chest. Walk your feet out as wide as your hips. Actually a little wider, as wide as the mat. And bring the legs, the knees, side to side in a windshield wiper kind of motion. Bring the knees back to the center. Walk the knees and feet together. Happy baby. You can do a modified happy baby posture by simply grabbing at the backs of the thighs. Moving into the happy baby, if this option is a little too easy for you, grab the outside of your foot. Your head and neck should be relaxed. Your lower leg is a 90-degree bend of your knee with the soles of your feet facing up to the ceiling. Happy baby, you can move and rock your hips side to side. You could also grab the big toes and straighten one leg at a time, or both legs. This is our final posture before we come into our Shavasana. So I invite you to take this happy baby pose, or at this time, any other posture that you feel your body is calling you to do before we come to Shavasana. And now everybody, please bring the knees into the chest, hug it as high, as tight as you can, even bringing your nose up towards your knee. And then exhale and come to your Shavasana. Lying down, letting the feet roll out. Close your eyes. Just remain in Shavasana as I read to you a quote, something to help you clear your root chakra. Some words of affirmation, all in the attempt to help clear your root chakra. Begin to imagine that red wheel of energy spinning at the base of your spine. As you listen to these words, I feel deeply rooted. I am connected to my body. I feel safe and secure. I stand for my values, for truth, for justice. I have what I need. I am grounded, stable, and standing on my own 2 feet. I nurture my body with healthy food, clean water, exercise, relaxation, and connection with nature. I am open to possibilities. I am grateful for all the challenges that have helped me to grow and transform. I trust in the goodness of life. I make choices that are healthy and good for me. I trust myself. I love life. I am grounded. I am calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. I am able to let go of fear and trust that I am eternally safe. I am worthy of all things beautiful. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana now, begin to do so with deepening your breath. Taking deeper than normal breaths, filling up your lungs all the way down to your diaphragm. Gently wiggle your fingers, your toes. Come on to your side in a fetal position. Gently press yourself up to a seated position, whether that's in Sukhasana, Vajrasana, whatever seated position is comfortable for you as we close our practice. Take another deep inhale, and as you exhale, begin to blink your eyes open. Thank you for joining me today in our Root Chakra practice. Have a fantastic day.